Your homie died, you never started, and they adding up. New office and the edit stress away. Then I ain't got time for nothing. Chat, can you guys hear me? Reason 41's in the chat. Who the frick is here? Well, that's in 1942 and knocks me on my. Buy some champ, but can't buy no land. That hashtag should say desperate. Buy some champ, but can't buy no land. That hashtag should say desperate. Alright, we hear chat. Sounds good. Let's go. Alright, I gotta send this link and boom. I'm gonna say. Pour up that 1942 and knock me on my. It knocked me out my. 1 second, chat. I'm sending the link out. My bad. I was on with my mentorship stream, doing a mentorship call, and then how do you go to the bathroom? You guys all hear me? We feeling good? Let me send the link out. Sorry I didn't come yesterday, chat. For those who know, I was moving. We got the first stream in the new place. Yeah, my fucking thing is dirty as hell. Chat, what do you guys think of the background? New apartment or what? This isn't working. What the fuck? I'm going off till I crash. Nigga gotta hit the golf course. Nigga gotta hit the course to get a piece. Alright, we're good. My bad, chat. This shit wasn't working. We're good now. I'm here. I'm attentive. Gotta get a goal cut to hit a piece. My bad, chat. Alright, we're here. How's everyone feeling? How's everyone's week yesterday? Going off till I crash. Alright, guys. Everyone like the stream. Hope you guys are liking the thing. Looks foggy. I know. Well, it's actually not foggy right now. I ordered some new lights and stuff. It'll look cooler, but what's good, my G? I got fired today. What? Tell your boss you make more money trading anyways. Because looking at you the whole podcast. Top songs too. No, guys, I just moved into a new I moved into a sick place here in San Diego, guys. So I'm in a sick high rise. I'm gonna do like a tour for sure on my YouTube, going over the new place. The rooftop is sick. It looks right into Petco Park. So during games, I literally can go watch it from the ceiling. It's like buying this place is like buying a ticket to the game. Because you can literally look into the stadium from the roof. It's kind of crazy. So I definitely like it. Let me go into here, everyone in the Discord. Get everybody. All right, cool. We should be good. All right. Got some stuff to go over. I can give you a quick tour right here, but I can do this. Can you guys see the behind me? Yeah, see that or what? I'm in the middle. Don't do it, Louis. What did Louis say? Today been a fire day. What did Louis say? My bad. All right, let's get into it. So let's go look over Nasdaq, guys. Some incredible stuff happened. Incredible stuff has been occurring. So we just missed out on these crazy sells, but I want to go over the mechanics and kind of reasoning behind how you could have caught them, because it's obviously a good move. And I think that it is set up pretty nice due to, I guess, someone was speaking, but also where price was priced in. So if we look at price, guys, what direction are we moving in? We are clearly moving in the uptrend, higher highs and higher lows, until we started kind of accumulating, right? Just moving sideways, consolidating. From this point, what I want to point out is how many times price came up and took liquidity before this final push. So in my opinion, looking at price, uptrend, every time we made a new high, we kind of consolidated, came down here, finally had one final sweep that made this new high once again, that swept all this liquidity. So you would think that from here, if we were truly bearish, it would be, all right, this came, swept this liquidity, and we would kind of channel down and maybe retest and go down. But this final sweep of the highs right here in this sharp, like basically sharp move, you got to think we moved a total of, look at that, 280 points in barely with one, maybe two, three little bearish candles. All the rest was super bullish up into these highs to get one final push to take out this high to lead to this dump. And what I want to point out is, why did we come down to it and where was liquidity sitting? So the reasoning behind why I kind of want to wait for a retest to continue sells is there's buyers that tried to buy right here. They came and got liquidated right here. And then from this point, where are the buyers? In here, bunch of just a bunch of traders are in here on this whole push. Not only from here, you look left, also there's break above these highs where there's also traders that are in here, within here. But where are all these traders' stop losses? Probably beneath this ultimate low over here. So to me, wherever stop losses are sitting, that's where liquidity is sitting. So now that we see that liquidity is sitting down here, price kind of channeled up, kind of consolidated down a little bit. And you would think we were aiming for this for now, but instead we led to one final push that to me was above these highs because sellers that were in here, where are their stop losses? Clearly above here. So they tried to sell too early, where they ended up getting wiped out on this final push that fueled these final sellers, like big money makers who finally got in, pushed price down. And I still think that, this whole area down here is valid because this is still where liquidity is sitting from the early buyers from over here. So they bought up. We've kind of channeled back down, led to one final push that, got out here. But where do you think the new liquidity is sitting now, like taking out at these highs? I think it's beneath here. I do see that we've come and taken out this minor low right here, but I still think the actual liquidity is sitting beneath this low. So from here, if you look, we can fib up this high to this low within here. And I basically am waiting for price to channel back up into discount And if we can do that before taking out the lows, that would be my target, would be beneath here on this extension for price to continue to. So on Nasdaq, that's kind of what I'm waiting for, what I'm interested in. I don't know if there's anyone who's already in a position or what they're looking at, but I'm curious. Anyone in the chat, what do you guys think? Are we gonna do a poll? Do a poll. Cool. Fifty, 50, 50, 50. Oh, now we got bearish. 15. Now it's on point. What's up, Reggie? Buys look good in the 5-minute with both NQ and YM. So yeah, so I got a good question of like, how about like what would I look for if I was looking for buys? So I would want price to potentially like come in a discount, but at this point, what I would kind of look for is for this whole kind of play to fail. So what we need is price from here. Once we set this low, come up into discount potentially, come down and reject off of this newfound low that we made after we swept. And from this point, if we can lead to like some sort of manipulation, I could look for a push back up at that point, right? I want price to kind of come, lead to potentially the sells, and then show it does not want to continue lower. And then from here, look at the price action to see if we can go long for that final push. But I think the sells, it depends on what happens. If we come down here and take these lows beforehand, then that could, you know, look for some sort of bullish move, just because I think this is where the liquidity is sitting from all these buyers. So that's really my target of where I think price is trying to get to. It's about kind of waiting for what it's going to do beforehand and where we can potentially look for like an entry, right? That makes sense. Market normally goes up when Bitcoin falls down, don't it though? Well, you got to think that Bitcoin actually just reached all-time highs earlier today. I think we did like dump right after a little bit, but you know, like look how bullish Bitcoin is. We just liquidated Bitcoin as well above these highs made. We kind of came back down. That does not mean that we're gonna sell off now, but this is new all-time highs for Bitcoin. Change that smoke alarm. That's hilarious. And I already put in a work order. I moved in yesterday. It was already like that. I couldn't do anything. Could you explain why there are big moves like that increase even though there is no liquidity sweeps? Could you explain why there are big moves like that? Wait, what? So could you explain? All right, so for that question, I mean, a majority of the time, some sort of sweep does occur before big moves. Like if you're looking at this move, this swept this low. If you're looking at this move, this low swept this low. If you're looking at this move, I mean, you can consider this kind of swept here, or it's just once again sweeping, playing within this fair value gap right within here, right? Right when it does that, what happens? Fills within, continues. So there's usually a lot of that gets fueled before a move. It's how it works. How do you measure price action? I don't really understand what do you mean measure. How you measure the volume? I've kind of told you guys you can measure candles to tell how much volume's in the market. So you can come over to your measuring tool, go to like add a session, measure how small these little candles are, 8 points, and go into like one of these candles. 230 points. It's actually kind of crazy. Does supply and demand still work? That's one of the craziest questions I've ever heard in my entire life. it's like, you know, you learn supply and demand. It's like one of the first things you learn in school. Like supply and demand is applied everywhere. It means supply and demand, does it still work? It's crazy. Some candles have long bottom wicks, especially on the hour time frame. Does that give you more validation? If it's going against the way I want it to go, so if like I'm overall bullish and price has like really big bottom wicks rejecting into like, you know, where we were traced into discount, now we're rejecting with big wicks down rejecting, yeah, that can be a indication that price does not want to continue lower, you know. I mean, that last move up before the dump, this last move up, I mean, there was, you see here, we channeled down. This actually did perfectly what I always preach, which is the sweep of a low, quick break of structure, and then look, it tapped right back into the demand, right into here before this move, right? And then this swept this high and led to the move. So I don't really get what you mean. But yeah, no, this swept this low, led to a break of structure. This price action is what I always try and preach is that like we can be in a short uptrend like this, right? Like this is the direction, then price will be in a downtrend. It'll keep sweeping lows. But what you want to wait for is that once the low gets swept, you want to see a break of structure, quick little retracement. And that's this right here is just the beginning of the move, kind of showing like, all right, we're in an uptrend. We kind of retrace. Now we're breaking structure back again. Let's show that we do not want to continue lower, which would be like, boom, like big wicks coming down, showing we don't want to continue lower. And as soon as you break, continue to, you know, trade back up in that direction. That makes sense? Make sure you guys all like the stream too. Come on. Guys, new podcast out too. Who here watched the podcast? You guys like it? Let me know how you guys liked it. As US 30s continuing to fall, none of them haven't retraced into any type of discount yet. Still waiting. But one thing that's good that happened is price came down, retraced, did not tap into discount. Now we have highs to take out, which is more liquidity. That if we can kind of come here, take out the highs and reject into here, we still can look for then newfound lows over within this area. Does that make sense? Coffee. Bro, one thing I love about my new place too is there's like events and shit. Like today's event was that like they had like a cold brew station like upstairs. You know what I'm saying? How cool is that? I don't even want more, honestly. Should have grabbed some. That song's so hard. Kind of boring price action right now, guys, but I hope you guys like kind of understand what I'm kind of waiting for as of now. I don't really want to take just the break of lows. You could look for like a minor scalp. I mean, let's see, 5 minute. Still just not really seeing major liquidity being taken in any direction, which like, you know, what could happen is that like, let's say we look for the break of this low. It could just lead to a final sweep to go higher, right? So that's why I always wait for price to be in discount, is it's more likely to like, you know. I'd hit the golf course to get a piece of mind. Whatever, Moan. Wait, sorry, I missed some of these questions. I watched it, they're really good. Thank you for watching. I like Danny even though he falls off. Yeah, he's a goat. I'm pissed that I saw a strong US 30 come, but I waited for the sweep of the weekly. Yeah. I have a question recently. Wait, I have a question. Recently, while I was backtesting, I came across a complex setup where it was similar to Mamba's entry, but would I skew up my data if I adjusted exactly like Mamba's? Yeah, like if it's not the setup you've been practicing, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah, it's gonna skew your data. It's a whole different type of setup. I mean, you said it's complex. Like, there's a reason you're probably calling it complex. It's because it's probably hard. You know. When's the meeting you talked about, bro? Let's do it. Like, I mean, let's do it like next month, bro. Or you want to do it soon? Yeah, I need at least like 2-3 weeks of, you know, to hype it up. What up, Luca? You're looking at buys or sells. I'm looking at potential sells. So you look at Nasdaq, we had this, I mean, I kind of went over the whole price action, but price pushing up, coming back down, taking liquidity above, kind of coming from this retest, but then having this final liquidity push that's now broken structured below. So I'm considering this my new kind of impulse leg from this high to this low down in here. And then from this area, waiting for price to retrace, take out some sort of highs, liquidate, and then continue. Right. LA still? Yeah, I mean, probably in LA or Orange County, somewhere around there, just because I think there's more people out there than down here in San Diego. And it'd be cool if people wanted to come out from San Diego, but I think it's just better to go in a place where more people are. Put a 1 in the chat, guys. If I do a meet and greet in LA, some sort of event, who would pull up? Put a 1. Curious who here's in Cali. Top Songs is banned. That's hilarious. Top Songs not allowed to go. Top Songs not allowed to go. Breaking: President Trump stuns the world by forcing South Africa's president to watch a video of South Africans chanting to kill white people. Holy shit. Did that in front of the press of millions. That's crazy. What is she supposed to say? Damn, that is kind of G's. And Trump just sits there and goes, well, what do you gotta say about that? Aaron, I'm kissing you first. That's crazy. Dude, I missed that drop while driving when I had planned a 4-hour to flip onto the next. Yeah, next one, bro. Hey, good shit, though. Nas, those rejected, minor. Definitely minor. If we were playing the 1 minute, we could play some sort of like, all right, we took out this low. It didn't even necessarily retrace into the demand area I wanted it to. Did fill this fair value gap though. So it took out a low, filled a fair value gap. We can look for some sort of breaker structure, but still within this downtrend. This is US 30. No need to read them out loud, but read what? I like the questions? No, because some people aren't reading the chat. Luca, do you have a daily P&L bridge, or do you just trade what the chart gives you? Trade what the chart gives you, guys. If you guys have your, my thing is that if you give yourself like targets, you're not going to be happy with whatever you get. So it's like, let's say you get into a beautiful trade that follows all your criteria, gives you whatever, but you be greedy and you're like, well, my profit target's this for the day, so I got to keep trading. Well, then you're going to go and possibly get into bad setups that'll, you know, directly affect all that. Why did Rudy call? Rudy, did you mean to call me? Or no? Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah. Guys, Rudy's so right. Rudy goes, no need to read them out loud. He's talking about Top Song's comment because now there's like a clip of me just being like, Aaron, I'm kissing you first. I'm fucking dead. That's good looks though. Good looks. Your ceiling bird going off. That's so funny you guys can hear that. Yeah, well imagine me coming in yesterday and they going off and being like, well, I guess I gotta spend my whole first night like this. They said they're gonna come today. So it should be fixed. Y'all gotta think I got here last night. You buy chain but ain't buying land. That hashtag say desperate. Put up this 1942, it knocks me on my. It knocks me on my. Gotta hit the golf court to get a piece of my. I kind of like this. So what would validate it for me on Nasdaq is that like we're finally coming back down here, right? Where we're kind of breaking structure above here. I'd say a little bit. So we could look for this to break, and then from there, if we can kind of like retest into here and come, maybe something like that. Right? Right. That'd be crazy. How do I go back and check if to see if there's anything else? Bro, it comes from your data is what's gonna tell you. I mean, yeah, it could be psychology issues. You gotta get on chart champs or something. I guess you did FX replay. So let's see, that's on Nasdaq, guys. US 30, similar type thing. Except we just filled like a fair value gap on US 30, whereas like Nas actually tapped the demand. All right, we're getting a minor break here. Good sign. Let's see. Come on, guys, who here in the chat? I'm curious. Everyone in the chat right now, tell me what your favorite pair to trade is. What is all your guys' favorite pair? Yo, what up, Jen? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope everything's good. Nas US 30 in gold. Give me one. If you had to have one of them, which one? Been having luck with UJ. Let's go, Brady. Yeah, Forex pairs always the way. Nas, gold, Luca.NoLimit. Dax is cool. Dax is cool. MNQ, let's go, Tony. Mr. Futures guy now. Let's go. Have you seen the moves that Dax has been doing during New York session recently? No, I actually haven't. It's been moving good during New York. I know during London it's been doing good. Like if you guys haven't been coming to the streams, Nick has been going live on my channel doing an account flip and giving away accounts and stuff during London here. So if you guys aren't tapped in, definitely come watch the boy. Gold. Nice. All right, I got a question. Who here in the chat trades Asia session? Everyone put a 1 in the chat if you guys trade Asia. You think it's possible to be profitable instantly with a long period before placing real trades? I mean, there's people I know that have gone pretty pretty good. What up, Xander? Bro, I feel like I haven't seen you in a little bit. What happened? Where'd my boy go? I see some good ones. What is your guys' favorite pair to trade during Asia? How about that? Are you in? No. You guys would know. Y'all know me. Dub, glad you're back, brother. Good to see you. Gold for Asia? Yeah, I've always heard gold's the wave. So it's just gold during Asia? What would you guys do if I started streaming Asia? Would you guys want that? Yeah, I'd be streaming around the clock. All right, I'm gonna put something in the chat actually. Well, let me end this other poll. All right, so 59% of you guys think we're going bearish, and the rest think we're going bullish. 40% is bullish. All right, new poll. Start a poll. Great poll. All right, guys, crazy poll in the chat. Crazy poll. If I had to start streaming one more session, New York Open, London, or Asia, which one do you guys would rather come watch? Damn, this is crazy. Damn, man, my Open takes the lead. Sheesh. All right, so Asia is not favored at all. Asia is not favored at all. A lot of you guys in the chat are all saying Asia, but the number, you know, like it's the data. Look at the numbers. 45% say New York Open. All right, well, how about this? What if we just deleted? What if we deleted New York Open? Let's just do this. Delete. New poll. Start a poll. and then we'll just do. What if it was just Asia or London? Just Asia or London? Nobody wants to push a button because they shy. Yeah, when you came for Mamba, it was nice, but when Lucas got together. Lucas Skywalker, I like it. Nick already does London, give him some light time. Yeah. Well, if I did London, it was gonna be from 11 to 12, and then let Nick do from 12 on. It wouldn't be just like me taking over. Nah. Nick kills it. Whichever gonna pay the light bill. No one live streams Asia. I think there's a reason. I'd have to backtest. You guys would have to give me some some good data on what pair actually works the best during Asia, because this is my whole reasoning, right? So it's the same way for me with Fridays. Okay, let's talk about Fridays. I don't trade Fridays because I have data showing me that a majority of the time, if I go and trade during Fridays, I'm going to lose. Does that mean every single Friday I'll lose? No. There's definitely Fridays I could go trade and I'll win. But from a year standpoint, you look out from a whole year, if I were to go and put my energy into trading every single Friday, will it either make me profitable or unprofitable off of those Fridays? And I think that over the whole year period, Fridays usually don't produce good results. So it's saving me that data. So the whole reason with Asia is the same thing, is that yes, you guys may have gotten good trades some of the times, because any trade, any session, you could find good trades some of the times, but do you guys consistently find good setups during it? Does that make sense? And you guys tell me. Who's TS? TS Trades Asia? Who's TS? Oh yeah, Sage Taylor, you can go. Being up till 3 to 4 a.m. ain't cool. Yes, Lucas Scott, I'll go back to that. All right, should we go to look at it, guys? You have to have tight stop losses. So you're basically just going for small little moves. It's kind of like power hour, like just kind of slow volume, fucking, you know. We did not make it into discount on NAS yet. We did, in fact, make it on US 30, right? Minor little liquidity taken up this low. $2.5 to 3 point stop losses on what? On gold? On gold? What do you mean 3? So like if you're buying here, that's not that small. That looks pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. I just want to see. All right, well, it looks like fucking 60% of you guys said Asia, which is cracked out. Out of how many votes? 42. I think a lot of you guys picked Asia though, because a lot of you guys are from overseas, so you guys would be asleep. I wish I had that schedule, guys. Think about being in like a different country where like your good sessions you have are like wake up to New York and then like you have London during the day. Kind of cool. and then power hour at night. Imagine going to bed at nighttime, you get sung your lullaby with TPs from Luca.NoLimit. Come on. A good way to end the day, right? No, I'm kidding. I need some fucking water, though. Goddamn water. My place is kind of perfect. Where are you from, Xander? I think I know, but I kind of forgot. Yo, Luca, when are you having FX Alex G on the podcast? Soon, brother. Luquita. Luquita is crazy. Let's see the new place. I can't really turn the camera around. I can see the background and shit. Do you guys like the background? I ordered a different like stand so it'll be up more and you can see more. I broke my other one. Actually, TSA did. Fuck them. No, I'm kidding. Well, actually not kidding, but yes, they broke it, but not fuck TSA. I don't want to put that juju in the air because then they're just gonna break more of my shit. We love you, TSA. Asia cool because it gives you market open to trade and then go do shit. You need to come back for Asia and take another trade. London is too late to stay up for on the West Coast. No, the West Coast is the best time, bro. Imagine being on the freaking East Coast. London starts at 3 a.m., bro. Cracked out. That's why I met like Dollar. Like Dollar would stay up, do London until like an hour or two in. It'd be like 5 a.m. Miami time, and he'd like go out and get like breakfast and then go sleep during the day. Like that was like some actual, like you're up with the actual crackheads. You know? Like when people talk about like crackhead hours, like that's actual like crackhead hours. Like you're up before the birds type shit. You know? And like when's like, come on, who's up before the birds? Speaking of birds, you hear that? If you London 2, you're mega cracked out. What if I did all four? What if I did New York Open, I did Power Hour, then came back for Asia, and then also did London? What about that? How would that be? Everyone, no one's gonna say. Everyone's like, cracked. Yeah, actually cracked. Top song, shut the fuck up. Look, I'm not sure how to distinguish if my data is skewed or not. Is there a way? What do you mean if your data is skewed? Why are you not in Indonesia yet? I got some big things launching in the next like 5 weeks, so I gotta be here in the US for it. I'm thinking Indonesia, maybe after summer or after winter or something when it gets a little better. Red Bull. Someone said Red Bull finna sponsor you. Why did all those Red Bull better sponsor me? Yeah, the Matcha TA big bands. You're a real one, you know. Do you leverage trade Bitcoin? Thoughts on it? I do not. I think Bitcoin is cool. I don't really understand. Like my whole thing is I don't really get how you have. I don't think the price action respects as much as pairs, right? It's more of like, you know, if you have fundamentals behind it, you're like, oh, you know, blah blah blah. Like, oh, Coinbase is coming out, or with an like Bitcoin ETF, you know, whatever the fuck it is. And you have news that's going bullish. That's one thing, but I think like price action wise, it's kind of harder. Don't read it. Hey, look, first time here. Just wondering if you base your trades primarily on those fib extensions or present levels. Thank you. What up, Riley Johnson? Thank you so much for being here. I like looking for price to be priced in within discount. So what discount is if you look at price when whatever direction you want. So let's say we're bullish. If price leads to an impulse leg like this, what I like to do is, you know, you fib the low to the high, right? And what discount is anywhere below 50% of the overall move. So as long as we retrace down into 50%, I don't look for reactions just off these levels. I just need price to be within here. This is the golden zone. This is obviously a deeper retracement. once we're in here, I'm looking for price to like sweep some sort of type of liquidity, break some structure, kind of retest, and can complete kind of the move, right? It's usually what I would say I like to look for. Yeah, right. I do Mamba at 6:30, you at 11, and Cowboy at 5. Nice. Can you explain a liquidity sweep? What I would consider a liquidity sweep is what a lot of you guys know as kind of like fake outs. Like, let's say price is kind of in an uptrend and like kind of comes, makes a low, and then like leads to a high getting broke. So a lot of you guys would like take this breakout like this, put your stop loss below the higher low, which is like how everyone's taught to take trades when you're a beginner. And then from here, price will come, like fake out and sweep this low, and then like lead in the overall direction back up, right? And then why it's called a liquidity sweep is that it's really just stopping out early buyers where like that their liquidity was sitting, which is really just money and orders. Once that's taken, it's leading to a new move. So think of it as a fake out. What would distinguish it from not being a liquidity sweep is that like if we got here and then kind of like this, then that's like what a true fake out is that you literally were just wrong about the overall actual direction, right? Oh, I accidentally just deleted the whole thing. So let's remark up US30, guys, and see what we're looking at. Yes, sir, got you. I look for when you, hey, thank you, Jen. Dollar is my liquidity. I love dollar. Guys, New York was very fun with both of them. It's so cool to get to go on trips like that with people. Like, for those who used to watch me, Dollar, and Emmett on streams, like, it's just cool to look like, damn, like, now we're actually, like, traveling around the world, going on podcasts together, meeting up in different cities and shit, and living the life that we always said we would, but now it's just happening for real, right? Damn, all right, so the sales are playing out, guys. We've still not retraced into discount, which is the whole reason why I've not looked for shorts yet. Going over what I just explained is that, like, I look at this as the new direction. We could even use, like, this high as one that we're looking at. And if we look, oh shit, well, I guess we dropped this side. Did we tap it? No, look, we just missed it. Looks like we have not tapped into discount, right? So from here, I'm looking for price to potentially come up. I need to look for some sort of liquidity sweep against my direction. So I wanted price to kind of come, sweep the highs from here, and look for shorts from this area. But now that we've kind of made this high kind of come down, if we can potentially like sweep this low, and if we hold here, we could potentially look to go long from there. Right? Like price could kind of come, sweep this low like it's about to right now. And then from here, there's probably breakout sellers getting in. Where would their stop losses be? Above here. So we could look for an entry here and then aim for their liquidity as the target above there, right? So like this is where Top Song's shorts, and then wherever you put the stop loss is where we go to, right? I'm totally kidding. Top Song is actually lit. Seems like a good trader. Shout out from P61. What's up, trucker? Good to see you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out my boys, my children. Not my children, that sounds weird, but my mentees. Actually, that sounds weird also. My fucking future Hall of Fame traders. That sounds better. Luke, what would you recommend? Go prop firm route to help build capital, or would you start with a small account and slowly build it? So I've kind of brought this up before. It kind of has to do with where you are in your life and how eager are you in need for money at the current point. Because if you're looking for just small, consistent wins to kind of like really help you like pay some bills, you guys would be surprised how small of an account you actually can have to actually be growing and making some good money. And from there, compound, make whatever, and then maybe get into prop firms. But if you have a job and you have some savings and you don't need the money like right now, being able to like take a challenge and get funded 100K, 200K, 300K, that's when the real money starts going in. Because like, let's say you do the smaller account route and you're going for those, like, you know, you're risking $100 a trade, going for like $200 wins, right? Well, it takes you 4 or 5 trades to get up to like that $1,000 mark. right? Which, you know, that'd have to be like 5 straight wins of like the 1-to-1s, whatever. Where on a prop firm, you can find a 100K. That's your risk on one trade, whereas your upside is 2,000, 3,000 per trade. That's where the real money starts getting kind of fun, and that's what helped me really leverage prop firms to get capital, get savings, and then use that to then, I mean, go full time, live life, whatever. But I did start with kind of smaller accounts to build that, and then went the prop firm route eventually. It depends on what type of trader you are, though. If you're someone who like wins big, right? That's when prop firms are kind of fun, because like on a live account, it's not as good, but like on prop firms, you can kind of fail, and then have one that just fucking. Emmett has a friend. Emmett was telling me that he has like a friend in like, you know, you guys gotta look at your data of like, all right, I'm actually a profitable trader. I have a system that presents, even if you have a 20, 30% win rate, which is obviously like not the best, like lower on the lower side. Well, bro, what if you just every single trade, I don't know. He has a friend who basically just full leverages accounts every single trade. And like, yes, you fail a ton, but when you full leverage once you're live, it takes you to hit once for 30K, even 25, 30, 40K. That makes up for the 6K, 7K you lost in challenge fees, right? That's the power of trading. What up, Nick? Good to see you, bro. Hey, Rice Ninja in the building. What's up? Good to see you, bro. My guy. I'm like, yo, Nick's chill. Why Nick's kind of fruity like top songs? No, I'm kidding. We said my glorious top songs. The fuck? I use a 1K account and withdraw to Schwab for monthly dividend payments. So my money makes me want to sleep while trading. It also allows me to stomach swings more and drawdown instead of a big number. Amazing. Isn't it hard to trade props with drawdown? I always say this, guys, is that if you guys have a problem with drawdown with prop firms, risk half the size. Let's say you guys were interested in getting a 50K account. Cut that shit in half, you get 25K. If you want to get a 100K, cut that shit in half, get a 50K. Or no, risk, my bad. Well, first off, actually do cut it in half. I always love that. Cut it in half. You want to buy a 100K, maybe do a 50K. But if you're doing a 50K, instead of risking 1% a trade, if you think you don't have a lot of drawdown, risk 0.5%. That takes you from being able to lose 10 times or 8 times if it's 8% drawdown to losing 16, right? Where if you guys go and lose 16 trades in a row, it's not the prop firm. You guys were not ready to take the challenge in the first place. Does that make sense? Have you heard the Apex problems? Yeah, I've heard they've had some problems lately. My friend Jade Cap wiped them for fucking 2.3 million. See. I do TOPSTEP 50K and I've started splitting the drawdown limit up to 10 trades, meaning I would have to take 10 losses to blow the account. Exactly. You know, and 10 is good, right? It's like if you have 10, oh, look at that rejection off the demand. You know, you guys should have a system that you should rely on, you know. Oh, new hourly opening too. We shall have to see. New hourly about to open, guys. Let's check it out. Otero called me. Yeah. Buddy, old pal. I am streaming. But I always have time for Otero. Come on now. Oh yeah, I'll show you it after. Yeah, I was moving yesterday when you called me, so I'll call you after. Peace out, bro. Later. Yeah, what's the word? Richie, what's good? I'm flabbergasted. I love your strategy. I haven't seen it before. Plus, you can pass funded accounts with it. I need to learn more. I always thought funded accounts were almost impossible because of drawdown. Nothing is impossible. When I enter trades, I draw down 45, 50% reversing and winning trades. I mean, that's why I love how I trade. Thought I'd never pass. All right, guys. By the way, I didn't pay Riley to say that. It sounds like it sounds like a paid ad. I was unprofitable when I ran to Luca.NoLimit. Paid ad. Paid ad, by the way. Nah, but I appreciate you, Riley. Hell yeah. But you're in the right place. No, I know. I'm kidding. I get weird when people compliment me. I don't really like it, but I appreciate you. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Sponsored, right? Exactly, sponsored. I mean, this entry's crazy, guys. I would look for more than just a rejection. We've rejected nice, but we haven't really broken any structure, given us any really entry criteria. This would be strictly off just a sweep, right? We kind of need price. You guys see how here price kind of came, had a bullish push, but then swept again. I don't want us to do like a bullish push and then sweep. So I kind of want us to kind of come and then kind of hold this low. But it looks like this rejection is... We'll see. Let's see. See that rejection? We would be happy for a second. We'd be like, yeah, Luca's the best, all this type of shit. And then, what the fuck, Luca? What the fuck is this? Why the fuck did you make me get into this trade? Y'all gotta understand is that, like, we have 1 minute to the hourly. We could hold here and go long, but, like, look how bearish we are. I can't believe we're actually looking for this shit. Could be a trap, guys. Because my thing is this, is that I overall want to sell, but I think we have to come into discount before selling off. So it's kind of like buying into discount. You think we need a higher low on the hourly? Yeah, or maybe like a lower high. Yeah, like, you know, I'm hoping that like we reject here, and you know, we are tapping into this hourly demand over here, but this is so much sell volume that you don't want to just like, you know, just because it's selling super hard into this demand doesn't mean it's just gonna all of a sudden just go right off of it. But it would be nice to have like a lower high and then continue. All right, hourly open chat, hourly bottom. I'm not gonna sell at the lows of the hourly, right? We're too low on it so far. Look at the best, thank you, bro. It's playing out just like we talked about. Yeah, on the mentorship call. It's kind of doing on it, or you know, doing it. We said it was going to consolidate into the next hourly, hopefully take out some sort of lows and see if we're going to get a reaction to go into discount, right? Why would you take a trade after so much volume already moved the market today? Someone want to tell him? It has to do with how I was raised. Mama ain't raised no bitch. No, I'm kidding. No, you're super valid, bro. You're super valid. It's a very valid saying. I need some water. Because we're just scalping, you know, I'm not going for anything crazy. I'm kind of just breaking down the markets too. I come here to teach, not just live trade. I hope a lot of people like, you know, learn and stuff as well. Look, you speak Spanish? Dinero. How you say broke in Spanish? Me no hablo. We drown sorrows in that diablo. Luke is a mythical creature. You guys are crazy. I appreciate y'all though. I fuck with you. Luke, you to go find you from the wiki help Mamba live trade and been a fan ever since. Thank you, bro. I'm a fan of all you guys. You know, I'm your guys' biggest supporters and fans on your guys' journeys to become profitable traders. I know it's not an easy freaking. No, it's not easy. Right? But you don't have to do it alone. Just come kick it with the boys on the stream. Come in the Discord. So 5 minute is the lowest time frame you use. Looks like you referenced the 1 hour as well. I mean, I go down as low as the 1 minute sometimes. You got to kind of learn. Riley, if you want to come, I have a whole mentorship program too. Teaches you literally in depth about everything I do. I do live calls. I literally had a call with the team right before the stream. So if you're interested, you can DM me and stuff. How long did it take you to become a full-time trader? I always say that, like, I'm kind of lucky because I found trading early enough that I was a sophomore in college. Right, where it was COVID. I got sent home from college. I went home for a couple weeks, started learning it at home, and then went back up to my college town. And because school was online, I had more time to kind of dive into trading and found it really interesting. And that was my sophomore year. My junior year, I really got into it, started having fun trading, getting a little better, really kind of started diving into like my first mentors and actually developing a strategy. And by senior year, I was making money, had gotten funded and everything. And by the end of my senior year, I had been funded enough and I had enough saved and I got enough payouts that I was able to go full-time out of college. And I've been a full-time trader ever since. Blessed to say the least. And I live my life, bro. No, come on. I get to do what I want. A little hard work in the moment for a lifetime of fucking awesome. It's rejecting nice guys with no big rejections. We haven't really broken any structure to the upside to validate us actually going long. We're still overall bearish very much. My whole idea is us potentially going a little long into discount for further shorts, which, you know, may have to be patient for. But I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people aren't even here today, is everyone kind of understood that the market's dumped so much today. It's like not worth taking a trade. People either made a bunch of money today or they lost a bunch of money, you know. But everyone, guys, today after stream, if you guys have not gone and watched the podcast I did put out, please go and like and subscribe and comment on the video, please. Here is the link. I appreciate it. Congrats, dude. Any recommendations for invest the profits? I've been focused on tunneling profits of Bitcoin and XRP, nothing else. Yeah, like I think Bitcoin is still, I think crypto is still I think crypto is still super bullish, bro. We're still so early. You guys got to have a long-term mindset on it. You know, if you're looking for short-term profits, maybe not, right? But if you're looking for like, all right, I'm going to hold this for the next 10 years. Yes, bro. I don't want to say I guarantee because it's not financial advice, but I definitely believe that in 10 years, it'll be higher than the price it is at now. And profit's profit. Doesn't matter if it's 10% up, 20%, if you flipped your money 100%. As long, you know, investing is about getting into an asset that is going to grow your money over a period of time, not lose it. Well, that's the goal, you know. Are those instant funded prop accounts still available? Yeah, I still can get them to you guys. If anyone is not trading on a funded account, guys, all you have to do is DM me. If you guys, you know, are done trading with demo or whatever the case may be. We just kind of swept this high above here, which to me, this is getting in early buyers, right? This is the whole idea of why I'm not in yet. We fibbed this level out. I guess it didn't go into it all the way. If we go here, it didn't as well. I thought maybe we would have tapped into discount, some sort of liquidation, could short from here, but that's at least giving some room for, it has a fair value gap right here, right? Ask ChatGPT what the average increase of Bitcoin is each year, and that should answer your question. Changes most. Yeah. I already put the request in, bro. I moved in yesterday. I might get 100K funded from you. All right, let me know, guys. Like I said, all of you guys, just all you need to do is DM me. All right, good, no entry. So this is what separates patient traders that follow in their plan and ones who get in too early, is because if we go over the person who asked earlier about the liquidity sweep thing, it was a good thing we went over, because if you guys remember, we talk about, let's say price moves up and then leads in a downtrend into discount. Well, what is this? This is a bunch of lower highs, and like, even though we make it into discount of the overall leg, doesn't mean you want to buy right away just because it's liquidity sweeping. Because imagine you try to buy above imagine you try to buy any of these higher lows. You're gonna buy, get into a little bit of profit, stopped out. Buy, get a little bit of profit, stopped out. So what's the difference that I wait for? I wait for price to hold the low, come here, and then as soon as we lead to some sort of break of structure back up is when we can actually validate a change of character. If you jump in too early, you're gonna end up with the fishes. Good for W's and M's. Hey, Tay, Sage. Only the real ones know. Remember, can't, you know. What's the number one rule about Fight Club? What's the number one rule about Fight Club? Come on. What's the number one rule on Fight Club? I gotta check out gold real quick. Gold's fine. Diving breakout. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, is that if it continues above these highs, guys, with this strong push, it looks in the higher time frames that we overall have been moving up, so we could continue. But it's also understand there's no bottom wick on the hourly where any type of news could just make this a top wick and flip. But there's a ton of volume pushing it as of now. So if you're already in the buys, I would just like trail the stop loss to the higher lows, right? Like under this higher low or even within this range. Because if we break this high, yes, it could retest a little bit, but we should just continue, you know, flying. We shouldn't really come back into the range, right? What up, NLT Jacko? Same as Vegas. Yes, right. Don't talk about Fight Club. Nice, guys. I'm gonna check out gold. Oh wow, look at those shorts too. All right, so let's break down what could have, like, I mean, I know there's probably nothing, but like, what could have happened that got us into this trade that at least follows my criteria, right? So we're on the 5-minute time frame. Price overall dumps down, right? So what I'm thinking as of now is there any impulse legs within here that I would find valid? I don't really think that I would consider this that valid where I would have wanted to get on this retest. But now that we've actually dumped pretty down like here, this could be a potential valid level, right? Like this, now that we're breaking structure. And we could look for just a minor retracement to continue the dump, right? I'm just looking at places that we could potentially, you know, get priced in at. For value gap sitting right within here, right within discount. Kind of waiting. When you done? What up? Ooh. Same thing here. Kind of took liquidity above. I think because I was looking at buys, I could have considered really thinking about like, you know what, early buyers could be getting in here. Could we scale in any part? So let's look at that. Hey, Luca, what was the trade that helped you win the FX Summit contest? Bro, guys, I literally was taking, I swear, for those who know, I won the trading competition in Dubai. And I was trading gold. So literally gold, every time gold would like consolidate and lead to an impulse, I literally, in my mind, I wouldn't fib anything because you guys can kind of tell when prices retrace into discount. Anytime price retraced down like this and did anything like this, I would literally buy at any sweep and like kind of go up, take profit. And then same thing, it would lead to a new thing, kind of come, lead to a sweep. I would buy, take profit. And I did that literally like up and down repeatedly and won the contest on gold. What's up? Is that the new place? The backdrop is sick. Yes, sir. Pretty sick, bro. Outside. I need to find out a way. I ordered light, so I have more lights on my face so I could have the background. Like that's what I was saying is if I do like nighttime like London session, the backdrop would be sick. Break down this too. Hey, Luca, where can I get more info on the funded account? Guys, just DM me on Instagram or in the Discord as well. You can message me on Discord. But here's my Instagram. Make sure you guys are following me. Right? And guys, also go comment and like on here. Go comment on new post too. Luke, let me pull up your new place. Top songs. I don't know who you are. Like, you need to DM me in a different place, like on Instagram or something. Like, I need to FaceTime you or something to make sure you're a real person because there's no way I'm just dropping the low. And then, especially, yeah, no, there's just like, that's like hanging out with Jeffrey Dahmer, like, after like you knew everything. A little too much, but you don't get it. That's like after watching like the whole TV show and like documentary, it is still just like giving them the location. Thank you, Luca, for today's education. I really do appreciate you, and when I make it, I'm shouting you out forever. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that so much. That's why I do it. I have one student who's been in a like interviewed from a prop firm, and he dropped my name in it. He goes like, "Oh, big, I wouldn't be here without Luca.NoLimit." I have that like literally saved on my phone somewhere because that meant a lot to me because it just goes to show what I'm doing is actually helping people and shit. Even if there's like a day like today that we didn't really take a trade or whatever, still education, still teaching you guys. I'm rising my water out. Top Songs hasn't said one thing since. He went quiet. Oh, my eyes are watering now. Got allergies. If I was in gold, I would take some, I would draw a trend line. Kind of like this even. I don't even know, actually. It's been so bullish. It's so hard to tell. We just follow the MA, see if we can reject off the MA. We got about 30 minutes until the 350 candle as well. As well. GJ. Whenever I turn into a profitable trader, I'm moving to Serbia. Why Serbia? Price Ninja, you have to tell us on our... I think we have a call later today. Tell me on the call. Both my editors are from Serbia. They want to move away. Veliko, you here? We'll go into Danilo. Damn, look at this fucking Dom. The market got too bullish again. They were like, nope, push you back down. Luca, I got hit 1 to 6 on Monday. And then lost yesterday and break even today. Well, that's why risk reward's important, bro. You could get a 1 to 6 on Monday and then lost yesterday and today, and you're still up 4%. We're just dumping. It's like now when we wait for the retracements, it's not going to retrace and just go. All right, let's break down Nasdaq though, because there actually is an opportunity here. US 30, I don't think so. But if we were on the 1 minute on US 30, actually even the 1 minute doesn't even look as good. But I was going to say on this kind of retracement here, like if we replay price, what the heck? What happened? What happened? Replay. Right here. All right. So like keeping the sell bias, right? Of like, all right, we've overall sold off. We've created this high. We've channeled down into here. And you could kind of see right in here, this high got taken. And it led to a new low being created. So you could fib that high to this low, and then looked for shorts off of discount up in this area, right? As soon as price came down, right? So something like that. Beautiful. All right, I'm in that pool. Once you guys said Asia, that actually surprised me. 84 votes. Backpacker backwood, hit him with the same, put the candle up. Tell me, what you gonna do with your life? Let's be honest. You judge my room, my life, and that shit hurt my stomach. How come you place your fib 2 structures up and not just one? That was pretty smart. Where? On current right here? I think having it all the way up here is valid, but it's just, you know, based upon what happened on US 30 and Nasdaq with it not going back to the full fib pullback, kind of focusing on current price and how this has kind of been this newfound kind of consolidation, and then it dumps here. Now we kind of come up here, and yes, we tapped on discount to continue, but you know, I do wait for some sort of liquidity on the lower time frames to be taken for me to be valid. I don't really just take it just because it taps in a discount. So it's like waiting for price to kind of come up into here to try and go short. But like now, even that we've broken a new low here, you could even like try and really scalp some shit like this, right? I'm some hell dark. Just got funded again today. Just need to make payouts now. Let's go. No, sir. Good to see you, bro. How are your travels to the US? What are your thoughts on Skyami? And that shit hurt my stomach. Backpacker backwood. Hit him with the same. Yes, sir. W's in the chat. Massive congratulations to the boy Nosa. W's. Apparently, I'm coming back in August. Hey, they'll do it to you, bro. Maybe I'll come out next time. I was just out there for like 2 months. That's why I was gone. Oh. But bro, come to California. We're breaking major lows, guys, so waiting for a retracement into discount. I'm out in San Diego, bro, right next to LA. I can go to LA, whatever. All right, guys, now that I'm seeing price down here, I'm thinking we're definitely going to get a retracement into discount above here and then get shorts from that area. You going to the next FX Summit? Yes. Probably will. Probably will. Hey, does your No Limit Trading Academy only offer signals? Yeah, like the VIP. I have a whole mentorship program, but I don't have it listed anywhere because I don't let anyone in. You know, I don't want someone to be able to just like buy it and be able to be in. I want to like get on a Zoom with you and see if you're a good fit and where you're at in your trade and if I can actually help you. So I do have a link where you can like book a call with me, you know, if you want to do that. But if you're interested in just the signals, then go for the signals. But obviously, if you guys want to learn how I actually trade, and you know, take you under my wing. I haven't took on new students in a little bit, so I'm gonna kind of soon come out with a new post and tell people I'm gonna be taking on some new people coming up, and then get back to you know, a newer class. Finally settled into a new place, and all that. Not in Napa right now. Yeah, no. I'm down in San Diego now. How many people do you normally take on? I usually take on. I try and do less than 10 at a time, which might sound like a lot, but you'd be surprised. I have group exercises and stuff that, like, you know, you get an accountability partner and all that type of stuff. So it's actually better, but you have full access to everything. I will only apply if you treat me to dinner and lunch for the meetings. Always, bro. You're always invited. When's isn't Memorial Day? When's Memorial Day? Hope you're doing good, Eric. You take any trades today? You futures monster. Monday you did? Oh, it was on Monday? Oh, my bad. Full ported 4 Apex 50Ks and passed 2 of 4. Hey, let's go. Good shit, bro. One of those days. Bro said he just wanted it. Alright, guys, you know, 20 minutes until power hour. I mean, not power hour, until the 350 candle, but it's like, even if it were to just buy up, it still would just not really get into our discount. The best opportunity would have been maybe taking, like I said, the retracement into here on the low or the break of the low for this little move. But it's just getting in so late on the move, right? Like someone said earlier, it's like, why are you looking to get in when the price moves so much today? It's like, it's a really good question, right? You don't always want to jump in when prices are already so extended, because one, you could try to get into the direction the overall is, which is obviously super bearish, and see if you can kind of jump into the move. But then two is that I got distracted for a second. Price could go opposite of the overall trend, right? So price could overall be bearish, but just because overall bearish does not mean it can come up and make a pullback, right? You're going in for sales now? How do your signals differ from your live YouTube trading? I don't really, the signals I mean, the trades I take on YouTube live, I actually don't really call into the signals group. It's all the trades I take outside of stream, right? So I take trades in London, early in New York, and those are the ones I share in there that I'm just not live for. Yo, Lucas, so would you be able to timestamp the live or something so when someone happens on stream, I can come back and clip it? But I don't know, how would you do that? I'd have to like go back, and I think you have to go back and do timestamps yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nice candle. All right, so guys, I mean, we could wait here for another 20 minutes until the 350 candle, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't really see what that would do for us. You know, like if we wanted to gamble and just have buy stops, sell stops at 350 candle, that's one thing. But even if we were to get, let's say, a large extension up, I don't think we'd be even priced in enough to take sells above here, because that'd have to be such a huge candle. But also for sells, is that like, do you want to just sell after we've sold the whole, you know, we've waited here so long being patient, and then like, what, you're just gonna take the lows now? About being patient and being a little bit disciplined. Obviously today price moved a ton because of all the news that happened earlier. You know, and that just kind of happens when price overly extends in one direction so hard. I did say I will be doing a giveaway, so let's do it tomorrow. Today, obviously, price extended, whatever the case may be. Let's do a giveaway tomorrow. I might even do 2, you know, depending on how many people show up and stuff. And I'll do an account giveaway. So make sure you guys come to the stream tomorrow, same time. Stay update, guys. Go watch the new podcast I have with Danny. He spits so many gems and stuff. I honestly think he's a really smart guy. If you guys want to learn about trading and whatnot, and how he was able to go from, you know, normal guy to freaking millionaire by 18, go watch the podcast. But leave a like, comment, subscribe on the new video. Wait for new videos to come out, because I got new ones in the vault to come, which will be amazing. And just stay tuned for everything coming out, guys. I have something cool coming out that you guys are gonna be super excited for. So just stay ready. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram too. If you guys need anything, if you guys need those funded accounts, you guys can DM me on Instagram, on Discord. Make sure you guys go for it. Not gonna wait till 350. I just was saying that, like, I honestly was. That's why I kept sitting here. But there's nothing that like the 350 would tell us. Like, we have already broken the lows, so it's like I'm not gonna sell this low already. And if it's buys, there's no structure to really take it about, because it'd have to be a huge candle. I doubt in one candle it's gonna do this whole move, right? So look at the realist. Yes, sir. You're OG Richie. Appreciate you, bro. Come on, as well. Keep teaching us. I've been sitting here teaching you the whole time, right? I've actually been sitting here waiting for a trade. Like, I don't come on here not looking for a trade or anything. Like, I've sit here patient, and all that type of stuff. But I actually am going to go work on something for you guys. I'm definitely doing the switch over to futures. I want to trade some more futures coming up. So I'm making some kind of like free course information, new videos and such for you guys to be able to learn alongside me, and we start killing it all together. But yeah, if you guys need accounts, you guys need anything, always let me know, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you guys subscribe. Go watch that stream and all that, right? And then yeah, if you guys are interested in the mentorship, just DM me on Instagram, guys. I'll send you the link to hop on Zoom. We could talk about it all and whatnot. But I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on the next stream tomorrow. Peace out, gang.